They asked me what I'm coaching, right? I said, bro, I'm coaching life.
We got episode 208, 308, Coach Class Pod. I keep messing up the number every time. 308, my bad. I'm excited though because it's a lot of distractions going on.
A lot going on, man.
We don't even got to go that. Episode 308, Coach Class Pod. Continue rating, and subscribing. Continue to tap in, subscribe, comment. I want y'all to argue in this one. Without further ado, you already know what we talking about.
Yeah, man. The last episode was very, very, very heavy with the disses between Drake and Kendrick, but mostly focused on Kendrick because that was the person that everybody was saying, drop.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh, he dropped.
It went from they didn't even meet him made up. It went from a lot of people saying he was begging him to drop, that he was begging him to stop after a while. Mm-hmm. So the last episode, Euphoria, we was recorded the day after Euphoria.
Yep.
Yes.
And that was hard.
Fire.
It was fire.
We thought we had at least a week's rest.
Yes.
I really did.
I didn't know.
I thought we had
nobody
at least
expected
a
this.
I thought we had.
Because Kendrick really don't drop like that, so this is really crazy.
I'll be honest. I thought Drake was going to drop Thursday night, like you know how they do.
Yeah.
Blah, blah,
For
blah,
Friday morning.
That's what I was thinking was going to happen. Kendrick was like, nah, bro. He popped up with that 616. What was it?
In LA.
In LA.
Mm-hmm.
His own timestamp.
The timestamp. He jumped it.
And he had us debating what the title meant. Like, he had people doing deep dives.
Yeah, man. They was all typing. I don't know how many I should or shouldn't believe, but
I don't care.
That's the greatness of it. It created so much of a
This is
a
what
frenzy.
he did. This is what he wanted to do.
Nah, they did it. They did well.
That's the illest counterpunch in the history of, like, everything.
Super
like,
unexpected.
20 minutes after.
I think they expected, Drake and them side expected that he would come with something with a certain angle, but it was like honestly, that one was the death note.
And the rough part is, the Drake song was hard, yo.
Hold on,
and
we're
then
going to
he
get to
cooked
that.
it,
We haven't
bro.
got to that.
Oh, all right, my bad.
We're going to talk about the death note before that.
All right, yeah.
In LA.
The death note that told him, don't drop that song. And he's...
Bro, it was bad, bro.
Because he set it up. He told him, Master Manipulator, this, that, and the third, soul sample. Then we found out it's the back-to-back with Al Green, Teddy P. It was smooth.
His uncle.
He said he gonna hit you. He hit him with
Are
the
we
back.
talking about 616 right
616,
now? So,
yeah.
okay.
He hit him with the back-to-back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because Drake had doubled up. So you went from this super... Yachty can't give it no swag neither. I don't give a who you hang with. Like, it's just a hard... Even though that started off slow, just a... Bars. Everybody still dissecting them bars.
Nah, he went crazy.
And
on
the
that.
song went crazy. It was the largest rap song of the year. Just opening
But
period.
know what I got something to say about that track? I was in an argument in a barber shop, and I won't say no names because it's a hot topic and you're going to get enemies off of this. But they was like, no, I didn't listen to it, because that was another Mr. Morale and a Big Step of B. I'm like, so you only listened to the first like 30 seconds. like
30
You didn't play
like,
the whole song.
you didn't even, did you hear the beat change any? And they, no, yo, I don't want to be third Pete to death. I'm like, yo, he's going crazy right now.
That's a lame way out.
I thought you like
can't
rap
do that.
battles.
You out
Like,
of
this is a
pocket.
battle, yo.
You out of
I
pocket.
like the way it's set up too because everybody was like, he gonna do that. He gonna try to kumbaya you halfway joint. So he set you up, melodic joint with spitting bars in it, and then shoot.
Yeah.
Shoot. But anyway, we're gonna get past that one. 616 come out smooth early in the morning joint. So it's like, dang. You know, you still got like that grayish kind of sky. You wake up, you know what I mean? I'm like, man, the morning ain't really, it's kicked in. It's like, what, around 9
That was like
whatever.
Saturday morning, right?
No, that was like
Friday
Thursday.
morning, I think.
Thursday morning.
Oh, the day after.
Was it?
See, that's how wild stuff is.
It's either
'Cause
Thursday or
was a
Friday.
I think
Time.
they let Euphoria rock for like 2 days or something like that. It was like Thursday. It was a weird time.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was.
yeah.
Weird
Saturday
time,
is when he
weird
dropped
part
the
of the
last
day.
joint.
And it's like, okay, you listening to him, he like Master Manipulator, don't do this, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Or it is what it is.
Breadcrumbs. Just breadcrumbs.
Breadcrumbs.
And he
I
followed.
know he's going to follow the trail.
And then
Oh,
Drake.
Yeah. Oh,
Ooh. Now, I was mad busy. I didn't get to listen to the song straight through the first time because I was out doing some stuff, blah, 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 getting to it. You know what I mean? But it's like, that joint hard.
Yeah.
That joint
fine.
hard.
It's
Now,
fine.
hold on. Before, I want to make sure I set this up right. It's funny because there was this. All right, so it's funny because the song started off with I would tell you, I would keep it PG.
Yeah.
Remember, that's how he ended his previous one. So he was clearly setting this one up like that. I think the first verse off of that was all kind of new stuff because he was referencing it, but he had the second joints where he's dissing everybody and Kendrick. I think that was already kind of made up. They had the whole music video. You could tell this was the red button atomic bomb.
He thought that was the kill shot.
You seen the camp? I
wasn't
never
the
seen a
kill shot,
campaign
bro.
for a diss track like that.
They were so
all the
hype.
cronies.
He had a
all the-
rollout for the diss
Yes,
track,
it was a
bro.
rollout.
The video,
the memes, the this.
That was the
that.
most light skinned way to respond, yo.
Bruh,
A
he
full
thought
video.
that
I thought, I'm like, and I'm saying in real time, like, Doug, if this is not wipe out everything, you in some trouble
It's
because it was
over.
presented that way. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm like, Drake is he's a really dope
sounds good,
artist,
bro.
and I'm like, I'm pretty sure he gonna know something or be able to create something to have you think something.
One bar, I'm sure that bothered a lot of people, and I heard people online talk about it. Was definitely the
Slavery
slave joint.
joint.
I was like,
That was not a good.
But that's
choice.
why you say I'm with
Euphoria.
the culture feeling.
Euphoria. Is,
Out of touch sometimes, dog. And this is why a lot of the reason I felt like he lost. He was just out of touch. And he underestimated his opponent. Because this whole
You said that.
yeah.
You called that. You called that.
Yes,
No,
I-
'cause
yes,
it's
yes.
like, nah, it's crazy right now.
because what happened?
He slightly underestimated him, and I think if he would have been able to release this, I actually don't know which way he would have.
Maybe he forgot how big his fan base really is.
He did. He underestimated.
Because he don't drop all
Let's
the
just
time.
say the Stanleys and the trolls and the real fans on Kendrick. He underestimated it, yo.
Yeah,
he really
absolutely.
underestimated.
I think it's
it.
even
Yeah.
more than like maybe because I don't know as far as if it was all just the Kendrick fans or if it was the Kendrick fans plus the
And
people
the
that
Drake
hate
fans
Drake.
turning.
Yeah, it's a
on
combo.
Drake.
The
But
people that
stuff.
absolutely hate Drake and have hated Drake. This was. I don't even like Kendrick. There's a lot of people that say I don't even really rock with Kendrick like that, but this is fire.
This is
Yeah,
the
this
first
is-
time we're
and-
seeing people turn against Drake. Like,
And that's the thing. Both sides, it could have flipped on them really badly because you know how
yeah.
crazy the Drake,
Oh, yeah.
the Knights
Fan
are, like
bases.
the
Yeah.
Stanleys. It's crazy on this. So whoever could get and put a little crack in that first can get to it. So Drake come out, man, track of fire, 3 beat flips, getting at everybody. That's one of the problems.
yeah, he should
Kendrick
have
said,
shot
"This ain't a 20
only
verse
at
one. This is
Kendrick.
me versus actually 20 of y'all, but I'm going to let it be just you."
Yeah, because you
And,
are 20 with your
Yes,
writers and shit.
he started focusing on this, but he did bring out the. You know what I mean, he said Kenny was putting hands and
Oh, yeah,
his
he was
wife
doing
and all
his
that.
thing.
He was
He was
going.
doing
He was
his thing.
going. He was, and then his wife
Yeah.
getting tossed up, and his best friend and all that. Blah blah blah. I'm
That's
not going to say the
real
names.
like
Y'all know all the
hypocritical
names.
of him. I'm not gonna lie. Like
If-
you can't support Tory and then try to call out another black man for abusing a woman. Like you can't be like, yo, free Tory. Allegedly, allegedly.
I
if
mean,
he did it, you're supporting
There's
him.
a lot of hypocrisies that was
It's a
in
lot
there.
of
Everybody
hypocrisy
was having
in this shit.
It was a hippo.
Lot of
It was a hippo
hypocrisy.
theater out
was
there.
ridiculous.
Does that make you look at Kendrick different if one of his kids is like his friend and managers?
You know what? That's a great question. I found it interesting because yes, if something gets revealed like that during rap battle, it is a leg up if it's true. Even if it's not true and it's planted properly, it's a leg up. But I was like, how much of it is a leg to stand on if it's not you?
Yeah.
And it's one thing if
Yeah.
I am.
And-
First off, that's why your wife bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's different.
That's where
because people
Tupac
still
came.
to this day people speculate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this is 30 years later, dang near. Like so, like that's different from you saying, yeah, this other guy. It's weird. It's like it's. I don't know. That's why
Yeah.
it's like it wasn't a nuke. It could have been for the average person. It would have got them out of there. It
Yeah.
was definitely a nuke.
They
They
wouldn't have came
expected it
back
to
from
be a
that.
nuke, but
and they came back with their own.
it fell short, brother. He didn't, and he did. What you
Now
want to say?
here, this is before you introduce the song. I want to know where everybody was at when they heard this next one that you about to introduce. After you introduce the name of the song, do you remember where
I know
you was
exactly where I was.
This is so
man.
crazy. It was happening. So I remember the last song where I was
Yeah.
at. The last two actually.
At? So I'm gonna give you this one just real quick while you think about that. I was sitting there,
Might have
right,
been that track.
and I'm looking.
You were.
My boy,
Because you sent it to me and then I called you
Okay,
like
okay.
wilding out.
my boy. I'm talking about this track that we about to talk about.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is the Meet the Grams is what I'm
Oh,
about to
Meet
talk
the
about.
Grams.
Meet the
Okay,
Grams
okay.
is what I'm talking about. The release of that. Do you remember where you were when you heard that, John? That was probably early in the morning on like a I would think it would be that Saturday.
It was Saturday morning.
It was like
I was on my way to
12 or
work.
11.
It was late.
I
It was
was
late at
late.
night. It was actually at
It
night.
was super late.
Yeah, I woke up.
I was
on
up. I was up on
just
half.
got
Mixing it up
home.
now,
That's
yeah.
what it was.
So I heard, I
literally
saw
just got
that
home.
Drake dropped,
Yeah.
and then I'm looking online and I'm scrolling and I see the link, but I was like, nah, ain't no way he dropped it. Kendrick dropped again. Ain't no way.
Matter
He
of fact,
just
it was
dropped
super
this
late
morning.
Friday night.
That's what I'm saying.
It was
Yeah,
super
he
late
just
Friday
dropped
night.
this
'Cause I'm
morning.
like,
So I was
what
like,
I
it's
doing?
no way he's about to do
Yes.
this again. And then I looked at the time, it was like, it was like 20 minutes
uploaded
later. It was like,
23
this
minutes
is,
ago.
this is no way that he did this. And then I went and I listened and I was like, hold on, was this the same song from earlier? So I went back to 616, like, was I missing something? And I was like, no, this is a totally
Yes.
different.
It was
this is a different joint.
20 minutes. Was it within 10 minutes?
I don't think it was over 20.
It was less than 20
wasn't
minutes
over
when
than
he
20,
went,
yeah.
when he went back to
It was
back on
ridiculous
them.
timing.
I'm gonna tell y'all something.
He completely stepped on
stepped
that
on it
release.
stabbed
Bro.
on it.
And,
Look,
and that one might be the most disrespectful one, yo. Like, yo,
The way he did it, yeah.
I don't know.
because that was the
know if
one
it's
when
the
he
most
wrote a letter to his
disrespectful,
mom's.
Yeah, that was all
Yeah.
the
Well,
letters.
his son, his
Mom,
son,
Mom,
his
dad,
mom's,
son, everybody.
his pops,
alleged daughters.
and Drake got
every-
like
other kids.
a verse and a half of therapy. You feel me? Like, yo, I'm gonna give you self-reflection. Like, you that uncomfortable kid, yo, that like got to be the man now, and now you're a
You don't
weirdo.
know what to do with
Yeah,
it.
you
And
because you still
leaned,
weird.
He leaned on that therapy angle that Mr. Morale is a therapy. He's like, okay, I'm gonna give y'all some therapy. The whole family.
Yeah. It
was wild.
No
That-
Medicare, no health care needed.
I think
no
that was
HMO.
intentional.
It was
That
like
joint was wild.
free.
Wow.
The setup of all of these joints.
Exactly.
Yo, the
Is
funny,
what
but
makes this so beautiful. Yo.
and the internet's wit with this, like, yo, when they said when whatever, I don't want to be disrespectful. Drake's son, I can't remember his
Adonis.
name.
They gotta say
Adonis.
his name.
But when Adonis, no, I just couldn't
His
remember
name
his
out there,
name.
man.
Yeah, we know.
Adonis,
Everybody
though,
knows
they
his
said
name.
when Adonis get in trouble and basically like Drake
saw
put him in
that.
a room and it was the TikTok and he start playing and then you just hear the
Dear
in the
Adonis.
song.
Anytime.
The hard piano, yo, start
Yo.
going crazy.
I was having a conversation with my other fellas. I was like, yo, this is
MC8
probably
type
the
show.
greatest
Yo.
meme, gif, joke,
Everybody was getting on. it.
thing on the socials I've ever seen. Ever. And this is we original Twitter
Yeah,
like
original
babies
Twitter
and
days,
Instagram people.
yeah.
And we've seen a lot of stuff, a lot of wild nights. LeBron games have been some of the greatest moments
Yeah.
of all time.
But that'd
Finals
be
and
just
stuff
for
like
that night. This has
BET
been over the
just
course of
random
like
events.
2 weeks.
This is probably the greatest weekend ever.
It had to be.
I had to stop sending stuff in group chats because it was so good and rolling. we
Yeah,
all
it was
just
all
sending
hilarious,
stuff.
bro.
It was absolutely
Legendary
crazy.
stuff.
It was all hilarious.
I want to go
Still.
back to the song real quick because first of all, Alchemist show. Why you do that, Joe? That beat was crazy and
Alchemist
sinister.
chopped
But
that
if you
up.
think about it,
was-
Alchemists only rock with real ones, like the ones that be like low key but super nice.
This is what Kendrick did. He gave you, because we're gonna get to the last part. He gave you the soul stuff, the charged up joint. Then he gave you the super rapidy rap, artistic, creepy joint,
And then
with
gave you
that
the
Meet the
turned up
Grams,
one.
and
Yeah.
then turn up after. We're not gonna jump to it yet, but I just wanted to say this about the setup throughout that day. He gave him the death note, told him don't do it, because everybody was leaking something. Have to be at this
Hell
point.
yeah.
Yeah.
So even with the lies or not lies, there was lies and truth being told on both parts because that song addressed family matters to an extent. But when he dropped 616, I said, yo, because he went back to back, Drake has to drop. He has to. He's gonna have to.
Or
The
he
clock,
takes an
everything.
automatic
He's gonna
L
have
if
to
he
drop. He
don't
was begging it.
respond.
He was putting the clock. I started seeing because they was doing a battle of the socials. They both were doing it, yo. They were listening and doing it. So anyway, I said he gonna have to do it. I said he gonna drop something hard because they doing all this red. I said I don't know if it is gonna be Nuke, but it's gonna be crazy. And I said, yo, this is just me, how I was thinking just if it was war. I said, whatever Drake drops, I would drop my joint if I have one
Right after.
immediately. And when he did it, I just put my hands up. I said, oh my gosh, yo.
This man is
That's
a
the only way
genius.
you
Yeah.
had to step. It doesn't matter what it was. You had to step on it ASAP.
Yeah.
And he was ready with a track, yo.
He and Drake did not. I like.
He
I'm
wasn't
not.
expecting
He
it.
did not expect
wasn't
that.
expecting
He
this.
did not expect that at all because he thought he was going to drop that night, late on the latest tip.
Yep.
EST
Yeah.
was
Get the
like
memes
pretty
off.
late. Let people go crazy overnight. People gonna wake up
Let it
to
grow.
it, dig into it. Kendrick said, "Nah, hold this." He put that right in front of his, and it like so I woke up at like 12:30, like on some random. I had passed out on the couch, woke up. Oh, Drake dropped a diss. I'm like listening to it, looking at the comments. Kendrick dropped. As soon as I read that, part of my brain turned off to the Drake.
You
thing,
don't even listen
and
anymore.
I went to the Kendrick joint. And I was
warfare
like,
Stepped on it.
tactics, yo.
He 2 foot stepped
Warfare.
on that joint.
It
That
literally
was a
was the perfect
stomp.
game plan. I said, this is what I would have done, yo.
he
was
swept all the
immediate.
wind. from
Euphoria,
out of
just
that.
like you said, that very first part where he just kind of stepped on everything that Drake was gonna
about
say
to do.
because he knew you was going to try to use the Mr. Morale joint. Oh, he was
said-
like, I know what you about to
Said,
do,
don't
boy.
master
bring my family
manipulator.
into this.
I know what you about to do, boy.
All he had to
That's
do,
what I feel like he was
all
saying
Drake
during
had
the
to do
room,
was
yo.
keep it. It was a friendly fade, and he
Keep
went
it that
too
way.
low off the
all he
rip
did.
and got massacred.
He gave
for
him
it.
so many nuggets there. Like, take these. It just-
And I feel like Kendrick really don't like yo. Like
He don't.
I feel like he definitely was on his Robert Pattinson Batman in the dark,
He was
yo,
hating,
just
yo.
with the
Leave
pen and the
quiet
pad.
dude alone. We
Especially
talking about this. You leave that guy.
It's
alone,
honestly
yo.
validating.
Especially if they nice at.
It's
the craft, but
validating
they
as a man
talented.
as identify as a Gemini as well, and Kendrick is one. So we hate.
Yo.
I hate extreme fever,
yo.
yo. Like a fever, your passion.
I know he don't like him,
There's
yo.
certain shit that I just don't like, and I can see
he
that
don't
this,
like
is,
him.
this is one of the ones
No,
that he
I
don't.
feel like he was at a party and saw something weird, and now he like, bro, I'll
seeing
never
it.
like
Nah,
yo
yo,
ever again.
just
yo.
the way he reacted to Control pissed him off because he literally
probably
said,
what it
"Yo,
was.
I love y'all, but I want to kill y'all." Like he has that competitor Kobe type
I see
spirit.
two of them hugging and kissing on stage.
yeah,
The way
I
he
love
said
him
it,
to
I was
death,
like,
and in 8
he
bars
was
I'll
not feeling
explain that
that
phrase.
first person shooter at all.
At all, bro.
And the story was, it was the call up.
He was supposed to be on there.
All that. We don't want to get back. It's all that. But I want to get into this. Normally, I won't bring other platforms up, but it's not to be disparage them, so that's why I will bring it up. Because I actually listen to them more than I have, period. Probably. Well, no, one of them not necessarily period, but the other one more so than any other time. Just because these were the two of the biggest joints, and a lot of people. I was listening to even some other people that I normally wouldn't listen to. Just just gathering and just soaking in the moment because this is a historical moment.
Yeah, very.
But what I will
very
tell you is this:
hip-hop
both of them were
historical.
listening to both sides, but I think Drake was overly listening to
the internet.
DJ Academics and Joe Budden. My personal opinion. One of the things that was said when Drake had dropped his 2 tracks, this was a narrative going around that Kendrick writes slower, and he doesn't think he's going to be able to keep up with the pace that Drake
Is able
keeps
to
up.
release music.
Boy, was he wrong.
that's what happens when you don't game
Drake
plan.
was like, he was taking shot after a point.
When
and
you
it was
really
getting
hate
crazy.
somebody, it's nothing to think of.
So I
why
think
you
Drake
hate
was like,
them,
all I
yo.
need is the A-bomb, and then we can prepare for some stuff while he's taking his time.
Yeah.
While he's taking his time. We'll have enough time. And it didn't work like that.
He nuked them right back.
And then
bro.
another thing towards the end, and I'm jumping a little bit, but I'm not going to go too far because we'll get to it, is I was hearing them have a conversation, those 2 guys, and they was like, hey, man, he need to drop either a timestamp or just go rap or this and this and that. He got to do it. He can't, you know what I mean? He can't let this and that happen. And he wind up doing it. The one thing they said, though, do not address certain stuff, and he did. But we're going to get to that later. But I just think, like, sometimes, I was like, my message is, yo, don't listen to that.
Don't listen to
Don't.
the
If
yourself,
you got a
bro.
game plan, and if you got a team, now I'm not saying this is a fact, but we all know he's been known to listen. He's had outbursts about this and this and that. We know he's been calling and act this and that and that third. And salute to them because they led the charge for a lot of the stuff on it. So salute to those guys. But I'm just like, yo, when you have a plan, you got your team. Roll with them, yo.
Yeah, roll with the plan, bro.
Roll with the plan,
game plan.
Because they were responding to
Understand.
stuff on Twitter. I could see both sides to an extent. Like it was, this is why this is probably the greatest battle
could
of all time.
almost
They were
liken
responding to
this.
stuff in real time and
Yeah.
releasing in real time. They had stuff pre-planned, but they was releasing stuff in real time.
For sure.
We might never see nothing like this again. At least at the quality. You might get somebody try to do it back to back, but the quality is
There's
not
always going to be beefs, but there's never.
there. I don't think this is ever.
But nobody's Kendrick Lamar, bro.
Or Drake.
Yeah,
it's
or
not,
Drake.
It's not happening.
This
like
was
that again.
like it's not even David and Goliath. This is like the 2 top dogs going head to head.
Titans
And
of the industry.
contrasting style.
Godzilla and King Kong.
I liken it to sports too, as far as just what we see in
It
this.
looked like
Just
most
as far
of
as
the
these plays that we have, you got a field general, linebacker in Kendrick Lamar, and you got Pat Mahomes, that guy that's been winning for a long time.
And
but
everybody hate that he keep winning.
Just somebody
but
is
nobody
hating
can
on this.
stop him.
But one time, yo, this man has read the screen pass, yo. yo.
Damn.
My boy Drake really did try to throw the screen pass out there. Like, he thought he was gonna set him up. But he read that shit. And he either made the tackle, blocked the pass, or he picked it off. However you want to interpret it. Damn. But to me, he picked it off. He took it home.
It was a pick six.
Because of what just happened the very next day.
Yes.
Yo.
And perfect, because we got this segue. And hold on, let me start it off by saying this. Because how they didn't think he was going to be moving as fast as he was moving. And his history was showing he don't move fast like that.
Yeah.
So
Move
that's
on
what
his
caught them
own
off
time.
guard. And he knew that, yo.
Yes.
So what I'll say is this. He's from LA. We always said he wasn't fazed by a lot of this stuff, this rah-rah stuff, because, he grew up in an area where it's like, dog, if whatever happened, going to happen.
Yeah.
If
It
a
is
nigga
what it
don't
is. I
get
done
killed,
survived a lot of
I
stuff.
ain't tripping.
And
like,
what I will say is, you know how he was doing this? He was doing it like he was wetting the block up, just unnecessarily shooting to make sure you was getting hit at every angle.
Yeah.
And that's what he was doing,
the
yo.
whole clip.
And
The
what it
whole
rolled
clip.
into was, while he stepped immediately on Family Ties with Meet the Grams, less than 24 hours. This is when everybody threw their hands up. Like,
come
Lord,
on, bro.
Oh my
Even
gosh.
BBL
On a
Drizzy had to
random
say something,
Saturday
bro.
night, bro.
I won't say no name. I could say because he's been on. Let's just say, I got a text. It came through the group chat, yo. It said, it's over. Clean up on aisle 6. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. We
I
all
said,
got the
whoa,
same
what,
kind of
what,
message,
what?
yo.
He posted the joint. Now, I was somewhere, so I couldn't really listen to it. And I had a good while before. I said, I want to listen to this in the car.
Yo.
I'm like, is it a banger? This, and that. Like, dog,
It's a
this joint
banger.
got
My
everything.
Bro, I called you 30 seconds in. You
My-
sent
yeah,
it to me.
my-
I literally called him like, yo, what is happening?
Yeah, I didn't listen to it yet.
Similar situation to y'all. We got a group chat as well set up with my homies. Yo, my guys dropping it in there. One of my guys is in a wedding. He was like, "Yo, is it hard?" We was like, "Leave that wedding right now."
Yeah,
Right
yo, you gotta step out.
It's like, yo,
Step out.
you need to step out for a minute. Go
Walk
sit in the
outside
car
with the
and just
headphones.
listen for a second.
bro.
What he did, yo,
It was unexpected.
Bro,
Because this,
Nobody
was
can
every-
expect
this is why I likened it to the screen pass thing. He read the screen, bro. Like, he was like, no, I'm taking this to the house, bro. Because I'm going to step on it, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go and take this to the
Every
house
narrative-
with a hit. You have no narrative.
Yeah.
Every narrative, you don't write it fast enough. The bars, are you gonna be barred up properly?
I'm outselling you.
I got an A-bomb. What you gonna be able to do with that? You ain't got much stuff that you could play in the club. Boy, was they wrong.
He tried
Every
to turn it
narrative,
around.
he said, "Oh, I got one for you here. I got one for you here." Remember, like I said before the pod, when he said on was it Family Ties? I think that's what it's called. With him, Baby Keem, he was like, "I'm working on mad flows, yo.
Yeah.
Like, y'all don't understand what I'm doing right now, yo."
Just because I'm
He's
not
been playing
dropping
that
And to be
music does not
honest,
mean
yo,
I'm not practicing.
It sounds crazy to say because it's so early, but for people our age, if you're not in your 40s, yo, this how ether, bro.
This is
This
the
how
best.
like
diss
this
of
is
our-
the greatest diss
I
track
have.
I've ever heard in my entire life, bro.
I
Like,
have on here.
and I used to
It's
listen.
not like us, the modern day ether.
It is
Yes.
absolutely that you can dance to.
Bro,
You can't
it's
dance
hard.
to ether,
The
but you
time-
can
it's
dance to
but
this.
back then you
The
could.
timing
Back
of
then-
it as well, yo.
Well, yeah, you niggas
would've
might have
danced to
been
that. Yeah,
niggas
they
might
had
have
that
been
on
too
in the
stuff
club.
in the ether.
Clubs
That's-
was different back then. Though.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It'd have been probably just a regional thing. This is now what he did was it is a regional thing. He wanted to get all of those, not
It's
just Cali,
guaranteed
the West
gonna go
Coast
crazy
on his
on the
band.
What did he
West
say in
Coast.
Euphoria, yo? He's feeling a stand on that west side.
He was just
He
gathering
made
the
it tough.
spirit.
Y'all
Y'all want to
like- y'all don't
come
like
at
the
y'all don't
West
like
Coast?
it? I'm
That's
gonna stand
okay.
on it. I'm gonna make
Another
a bop.
cultural misstep Drake made.
Bro.
He
And
thought
said you're
he
supposed to have
had
big
more
homies. That he
power.
said, Kendrick told you you're supposed to have big homies to tell you stuff like this. He said one of the lines was, "I get more love in your city than you do."
Yeah.
Do
I'm
you
at
not
New
know
Hope
Cali
Kingy and fried rice.
and the West Coast in general, and how they've always felt disrespected, and how they have their internal stuff, but they ride against any and everybody. I don't care how dope you are, how much money you get out there, how much you maneuver and help. They're
You're
not
not
going
going
as a
against
collective
the
unless you're the
West
game.
Coast, yo.
They're not going against. The game.
You don't have to mention
and,
that, man.
and,
Not right now. Kendrick is
and
really
he's
on.
not. They're not going against the Dot. That is their guy. That's the guy. He's been
Snoop
the appointed
literally
guy.
handed him the crown and said,
They're
"You're
not
the new
doing
king
that.
of the West
Bad
Coast."
miscultural calculation once again.
And he showed that with the Tupac and the Snoop
Mustard on
AI
the
joint.
beat,
Mustard,
Oh.
I made the joke. I said, "Yo, I think DJ Mustard hates Drake more than Kendrick Lamar does."
I saw you
Why
tweet
would
that.
you do that,
I
yo?
saw you tweet that.
Yo.
When I heard
It's
Mustard on the
hilarious.
beat,
But the sickest part about making a bop like this, And I'm nowhere near that level, but as a musician, yo, making a bop, catchy song, but every bar being like a knockout punch, like when he did the wop 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 wop, like that's him. He was throwing the hardest punches he could the whole fight, bro.
Yeah.
His knuckles was bleeding at
He has not wasted a bar this entire beat. Every single line of every song.
This beat here.
Bro, when I called you after that bar, I hung up. I had to stop the song and call you. It was like 30 seconds
Didn't I send
in.
it to y'all? Am I tripping?
No, Zay sent it to me first in the text.
All right.
Then I think you sent it probably less than a minute after that.
It was
because I called Zay hysterical and he like, yo, I'm wrapping up what I'm doing, and I'm like, yo,
I was trying to
please,
get to the car,
bro,
yo.
Please. Yo.
And Drake
I
literally
called
did
Mike
that
like
the song before.
I listened to it and I told Mike I didn't call Mike after the first listen. I said, yo, I gotta really let this soak in. I played it 4 straight times because I had a good little drive back home. I hit Mike. I said, your boy is wild. He's crazy. Yo.
He took that day
He's
free
crazy.
line,
Wildin',
that
bro.
day free.
He's a wild man,
He
bro.
took that and spun it on him. Hit him with his
There was so many things he did.
And he addressed Family Matters. This is all in real time. Now I'm sure he had several other stuff like that, but that's
He
the
was
part
sitting
of it.
in the studio
you have
waiting,
set up,
bro.
and then you bring the new stuff in.
And he threw a little nugget in there for us to let us know that it was recency when he said that.
That's what I'm saying.
Homie, double down.
On the slavery
Calling us some
line.
slaves.
And then not only did the deep rooted
How you drop knowledge
history
in the
on the
dance
slab.
mob.
Yo, the slavery trade, slave trade
and
into
then
Atlanta.
and then
All the-
attached
I'm
it
in
to
Rose
him.
Bar. I'm in Rose Bar catching game, yo. Catching straight.
He
straight
taught
West
us
Coast
something.
game.
He
tried-
taught us something while
Bro.
hating on somebody.
He's
like,
trying to turn two cities and a coast and another side against him. Atlanta and LA. Like, wait a minute.
Bro,
That's
all
funny.
them niggas sat there like, yo, he really only hit
There
me
was
up when his shit wasn't popping.
There was another set of streamers. They in the LA side of things. It's called Community. They have like their own set.
That's
on
funny.
there. They got their own thing set up, but they brought it up.
West Coast.
He was like, I don't know how anybody is going with Drake. This is USA versus Canada. I was crying laughing, yo. I was
That's true.
dying.
He not
son.
even from here,
He's
bro.
not even from here. It's not East Coast, West Coast. I was like, yo, that's
Yeah,
hard. I didn't
they
even
was
think
trying
about
to
that.
kind of spin it like that. It's like,
Where's
wait a
Drake
minute,
from?
yo.
He's not even
They're
from.
from
You can't
Toronto.
even-
Nigga, why
And
you
then
around with
he
this
moved
nigga?
out of LA he moved out the country.
Come on, man.
But y'all know, like, yo, I always be on my West Coast stuff. Like,
Absolutely.
this was
been
the
the longest
ultra
running
sturdiest.
I've
This
known.
I almost started crying listening to this because I'm like, all my favorite rappers would have jumped on this beat,
Yeah,
yo.
you said G
I saw
Perico.
all-
Yo, G Perico
told you,
gonna
G
slap.
Perico
He gonna
would've
pull out
went
all
crazy
the
on some shit
LA
like that.
dudes,
I'm not
yo.
gonna
That's
hold
not
you.
nobody know
Crazy.
about.
I'm not gonna hold
Big
you.
Sad 1900. The mad dudes just gonna start popping out.
We
yo.
are the like.
I would love to hear E40 on a remix.
Oh,
I really
Like,
would love.
Ooh, I'm right
That
around with
joint
my
would be
weablization.
So crazy.
They coming around, but we know we racist.
Weablization?
Yeah.
You gotta get
Yo,
the
you
you
gotta
gotta get
chill.
Lil B on
Like
there,
shit.
bro.
Nah, I will rock with that.
What?
That's the thing. I will rock
Would be
with
the
it.
hardest joint ever. Yo.
Yeah.
What's so bad
He
is,
gonna
and this
save
is
the bag.
this is why it's the ether of his time and the knockout blow. Because Jay-Z probably had, when you stretch it out, and I don't think this would be the same situation in this, because Kendrick was still putting out fire constantly of different styles throughout the whole joint. But Jay-Z had released songs after, and this is after, that overall, he probably was having the better bars and just songs that was embedded in the beef. But Ether was so perfectly timed, the beat, the everything, the aggression, that it just won. And this is why Kendrick's is probably gonna age crazy and do different things, because this is why it was an A-bomb. It's an anthem.
It's the new Electric Slide.
People are going to, at least in the West Coast, you're gonna have people's grandkids walk into this 20 years from now.
This
I'm
summer,
telling you.
niggas'
It's
grandmothers
going
gonna be at the
crazy.
cookout hitting the Electric Slide to this, bro.
Yes, yo, he
Freaky
made
ass
the
niggas
electric
need to stay
slide
their
at
ass
the
inside.
end.
Yo,
The
Yo.
Tootsie, he said you can't Tootsie slide your way out of this one. He's been setting this up the whole time.
And you
bro.
know old niggas don't care about the lyrics, so
Yeah.
if they can like make a line dance to it, they
Yeah.
like
Oh,
on it.
line dance.
And then the catchy hook. It's like he got like a couple hooks within it, but the main catchy one, they not like us.
Yeah.
They not like us.
And low key,
It's
that's
Simple.
like that's like
Simple.
that's like a simple
It's a
Drake
chant.
hook that he Cali'd out and just was like, I'm going. It was almost a satirical
It is.
It was a Drake
like
song.
satire. Like, bro, this is easy. Like, he was basically telling him, like, bro, this is easy.
And that shit
was
took him
all
no
like-
Even
effort.
that is really the Cash Money. Like, even remember Nicki Minaj used to do that.
the long drawn out joint.
Yo, it was bro. This was one of the greatest setups I've ever seen. Really, whether
Even
you
Tizo caught us a little slap around. I mean, it wasn't a slap around, but he called the nigga Tizo.
The shout out.
it was a few
a little
people,
bit.
some people,
I mean,
say
nail him
names.
to the cross.
That-
Like
Honestly,
Tizo.
if I'm the Atlanta niggas, I feel kind of salty too, because he like, yo, 2 Chainz said you was good, but he lied. Like 2 Chainz is like, damn, bro.
But
it
that was
wasn't
him
just to
showing
him,
his
it's just like, yo,
colonization of
yeah,
Atlanta.
yeah,
I think all of
colonizing
them
y'all.
understand the art
But
of
he
beef,
said
bro.
it twice, like, yo, fuck anybody who fuck with him and fuck the industry. Like, I don't care who's with him. This is how I feel. I'm getting this off my chest. I don't care. And that's what I feel like Drake is so tapped in with, like, the internet and the memes and all that, because he used that to really solidify his win against Meek Mill. You know, when he went up on stage at OVO Fest and he's showing memes and all that, he solidified the win there. He thought, oh, if I do a music video and drop this on the random, like, the internet's going to side with me and I'm going to be the victor. And Kendrick literally countered that.
Yeah.
And once the internet turned against Drake, he had
So
nowhere
many
to turn.
Sports analogies. you
So
can
many
use.
memes, yo,
Step-
like you said, it's a legendary weekend for memes. It's like
It's
this was
still
a moment.
rolling.
This
It's
was a
still
whole
going right
moment.
now. If I get on there right now, I know they still talking about it.
Because people are still waiting to see if Kendrick is gonna really be
Totally
like,
unnecessary for him to do anything else.
I think he's gonna drive the car back and reverse it over the body one more time.
He might.
I don't think it's to try
He
to absolutely
should.
murder it, because I think they're gonna let these songs rock and do the numbers they're gonna do. I'm gonna get back to that later. But yeah, man, like let's just roll into that last one.
Yeah.
I called it online and salute, but the boy, he waved an aggressive
salute.
white
Yeah.
flag.
No salute.
And a very aggressive white flag
was
that got
very
less
upset.
aggressive
You
towards the
can't
end when he was
bow out
talking.
like that.
And
bro.
he tried to steal like the Kendrick like type beat and then just sounded ultra sad on it.
Bro,
like,
he
bro.
sounded so
It was
like,
halfway
Tried to
aggressive.
steal
at
that
first.
name,
lackluster. He had
styling.
no energy, bro.
What was the name of that joint again?
Who knows?
No. It was the Heart Six.
Yeah.
So he
That's
tried to
the-
steal.
Try to steal the
Nah.
name.
My man said, "Yo,
Did
he
he?
need to come up with Heart Six." I said, "Bro, he gonna be behind because Kendrick did the
Already
timestamp.
took
So
the
he looks.
timestamp,
He's
bro.
been chasing the whole time. That's the problem. He
He's
hasn't
been
been
on the
aggressive.
defense the whole time.
He was never the aggressor,
bro.
because even if he felt like the aggressor when he did the back to back, it didn't matter. Like That was still the #1 song in the country. The setup for
Neither
this
one
was
of
so
those songs
magnificent.
touched like that.
He
bro.
was never the aggressor. He was always behind, yo, and that's what took it over. And Drake, listen, I gave the credit. I did say and believe it was an aggressive white flag. I stand on that. My man said it was an aggressive beige flag.
That's the name of this joint, yo.
aggressive
The
beige
aggressive
flag.
beige flag.
I can't steal that. I can't steal it because that's
No,
your
no,
man.
no. Go ahead.
That's his IP.
No.
I
I
steal his.
That's
set it up.
amazing,
He
bro.
did
The
that. I
beige
threw the
flag
alley-oop.
is
He dunked it.
incredible.
It's teamwork. He shared IP. We shared IP on
Was
it.
that?
No.
Yeah, they did.
Beige
Oh,
flag.
But,
I want cause no dissent.
Anyway, but I did say the bars were he was spitting on there.
Nah.
No, he was. He
Yeah,
was.
shit, I'm not gonna
I
play
felt like
that
he was
shit
really
was
trying to rap.
nasty.
I
I'm
felt
not
like
being.
it was. It was
We're gonna
nasty
dissect.
context, but
I'm gonna dissect what I don't agree with him doing in there. But as far as him spitting, he was spitting on that.
That
joint.
sounded like the first song of this beef that he wrote himself. Like that sounded like Drake.
like a rush track, huh?
It sounded like
It was-
Drake.
I don't think he
Drake was
should've released it.
pacing
I don't
think
around,
he
and he
should've
said,
either.
"You know what? I can't let this
I
weekend
really
end
think
without
that
me saying something."
that letter joint, the Meet the Grams, that really bothered him.
It did.
That really
he
bothered
kept
me.
saying you. He basically
He
called
was
SOB,
naming.
didn't
He was naming his.
It was wild. Like, he was
kids
calling
and
SOB.
shit. He was
just
doing a
talking
lot,
that for a
yo.
while.
It felt like Eminem-esque.
He
Yo,
sounded
you know
so
when he
defeated.
just was
was
doing all
talking.
like
Then he
all
tried to
sorts
do
of
the,
wild shit.
I
on
got
it.
money. I'm gonna just do super. I ain't got time for this. Now what happened was, I'm gonna tell you the truth. One, they said,
Family
bro,
almost, dog.
this joint too hard. Like it's nothing you can do. It's probably. And then they said, the sponsors was probably like, hey,
Yeah, like us.
The writing room, bro. The writing room was in there stressing.
No.
They taking shrooms. They doing all sorts of shit to
That
try to
too.
figure out different angles to do something.
But I'm
bro.
also
They
talking
didn't
about
know
the
what
big
to
money,
do.
the labels, the partnerships.
yeah.
Everybody like,
Yeah.
dog, you're getting called the pesto out here.
We can.
It's a lot going on
the
out here,
pesto.
yo. Like, when we gotta dial this back. This is
Pesto
the guy-
drizzle.
You about to
man.
lose all
Yo,
your
pesto
endorsement deals, buddy.
It's crazy.
About to lose them endorsements, buddy.
Oh man.
Like, yo,
Nah,
somebody
you
was
can't.
like,
But I want to.
Whoa.
they like, dog, listen. This man said he he's
doing that shit.
they was,
Honestly, the freaky niggas just gotta stay inside.
They gotta
Freaky
stay
gotta-
inside.
The
The
freaky niggas
fans.
gotta stay inside,
Freaky
yo.
ass niggas.
The
Freaky
fans.
niggas gotta stay inside.
All
yo. We usually don't-
fans stay inside, bro. We don't need y'all outside.
Nigga,
bro.
69
Don't go to
God.
cell block
Freaky ass
one,
nigga,
yo.
69 God. Yo,
Bro, they
he
was-
made an anthem about the freaky niggas, yo.
and during think about
I'm
it.
glad, yo.
It's
That
during-
needs to be
what- it's
canceled.
during
That's
this
so
climate
funny,
too.
Yes.
With the drizzle,
And all the other weird stuff that's
pesto
like getting
drizzle, yo.
low-key
the
excused.
drizzler.
The Drizzler.
Absolutely.
The
Allegedly, we don't know any of these
Pesto
things, but
The
I don't know
Drizzler.
I got like 3 names for this.
It was crazy, yo.
Pesto.
Freaky ass
But
nigga.
I don't think he should have addressed certain things so fast the way he did. He sounded defeated on it. He was bowing out. He was hitting hard with some lines. He did say you still haven't addressed and disproven the things that I said and this and that about
But
your
you
homie.
also haven't proven it.
I know. I do agree with that as well.
Like you can't.
There's some things out there that would allude to that there is some trouble in that. But I also say,
He's not.
listen, I don't know what I'm not saying any of these. I don't know what it isn't a lot.
Allegedly.
But what I will say is, at the very least, what he was referring to with Kendrick, let's just take for base level value. People break up every day, B.
Yeah.
They've
Like-
been together
like,
since they was
if
in
they
high
just
They
school.
was
split up
together in
very-
high school. Yeah, like, yo, that's
It
different.
is what it is.
Yeah.
Like that's not really like.
That's
Yeah.
not making me
I mean,
look
I
at
don't
his
really
character.
know. I know
But
some
being a
people
freaky
take
nigga is. I'm not gonna lie, yo. I can't say
It's
what it is,
strange,
but
bro.
that's
That's
weird,
true,
yo.
that's
I
crazy.
gotta call y'all freakies
Strange.
niggas out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If you've ever told a girl,
Heavy
I can't
on
wait
the
till you're
pesto.
18, you're a
Pesto-
freaky ass nigga,
Freaky
bro.
Drizzler.
nigga.
I don't know. I don't
Nasty,
know. I have no
nefarious.
idea.
If you ever
no
kiss a
knowledge of any of
17-year-old
that.
girl on stage,
And then you just
a
telling us
freaky ass
because you
nigga.
too
But
famous.
sometimes,
Freaky niggas.
and listen, man, he bowed out. I do think it was the right move. I know people aren't gonna like it. I don't know if it should have been as fast.
I don't want to say this, bro. It was the right move, but I think it was the only move.
It was the only move.
Yo, it's the right move, but it was
was
executed.
no other
terribly,
move he
Because
could
he
make.
could not respond after the banger.
He couldn't.
That's still ringing off.
Yeah.
And but he couldn't. I just don't think he should did it as fast.
It's
Because
Because he
skipped town
sounded,
for
there was a
6
few
months.
bars. He sounded crazy.
not like
He
us,
could have
bro.
responded
It's so
without
tough.
being gross
He said
about
it's
it,
tough
yo.
in the joint.
No,
You can't
yes.
admit that the person dissing
He
you
said,
put
"Yo, I
out
would
a
have
hard
rocked off
song,
to it if
bro.
he wasn't saying basically."
Nah, it's
I
that
was
hard
pesto,
though. Like,
yo.
pause. That song is that hard.
song
That's
is
what
so
he. Mike, that's
tough.
what he said. He said,
Yeah,
"If you didn't say I was a
it's
pesto,
hard,
I'd have been
can't-
dancing to the track." It's
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
That's the
That's
KO
hard.
right
Freaky
now.
ass nigga though.
Bro,
That's
he's
a KO.
very like he had a lot of tone deaf lines in there. Like you would have thought that after the slavery line and Kendrick saying, "Oh, you doubled down on that," he would be like, "You know what? Let me be more conscious of the fallout from like you shooting a missile at Kendrick, but you not concerned about the town you hit behind it." He said a lot of shit on there that if that affected you in a certain way, it was very tone deaf, bro. Like the M word stuff, like misquoting
cultural
stuff. Yeah.
You
misquoting
not like
the
us.
Kendrick song, like
You're
bro.
not like us.
For somebody who is supposed to be that
This stuff I would have
tactical,
never said because you're not. You're.
you
we
can't
know
say
better.
that, bro.
He reaching. He was reaching.
I would have. Yo, we all
He
just
had nothing else.
Freudian
And nobody would have had to
slips,
tell us not to say that stuff. Some of the stuff that's been said.
That's real.
We could go
Unless
if we
you're
really want to. We could
desperate.
talk about this for 5 hours. There's a lot of things that happen. It's like
Yeah.
that was a miscalculation. That was a miscalculation. That was a miscalculation.
Yo,
It was sad to
it
hear,
was
bro.
surgical what Kendrick did in predicting all this in Euphoria. He predicted most of this stuff. That
At the
Kendrick-
beginning
I
of
mean,
the
that Drake was
song,
going
he
to do.
started by saying, "This is what you're going to
This is
do,"
just-
and he did it down to the T.
Prelude, bro. I just was
Now,
giving you a little.
3 songs ago,
He might have.
predicted
No,
this,
yo,
bro.
he might have. It sounds crazy to say, but he might have. Ja ruled tough rapping Drake. Like it has to only be songs now, yo. I don't think he can act extra hard no more, yo.
Yeah, nobody. People.
Oh, yeah,
out
Tough
I don't think he can.
He can't say
Tough
certain
extra
stuff no
hard.
more. Nah, we
Drake
can't.
is he Ja
Tough
Rule
raps
that.
is bars.
Drake is so big he can't get Ja Rule, but he Ja Rule tough Drake. He about to go back to like, yo, he might even cut the beard and stuff and like really just get the cardigan and start singing again.
That's gonna,
You gonna get
Or
a
get on some like
cardigan,
Maxwell type stuff, like mature.
oh, with the
You
autumn
feel me?
leaves, the autumn
Mature and
leaves
start
falling
really
with
banging.
the fade.
If the
man.
allegations is true, he may never mature.
Yeah,
bro.
he got.
I don't
want to
hear if that turns out to be true. I can't.
I'm gonna
can't
keep
fuck
it a
with Drake
thou
no more.
wow. I hope that's not the case.
I hope not too. Absolutely.
As much as
It's been some
I like that kid.
evident things.
It's
I don't
been
want to
some
say evidence, but there's
sketchy
been some
stuff.
speculation.
I said
some-
evidence.
Nah, it's evidence, bro.
So I'm not gonna go that far. But
All
there's been
right.
things
I don't
that
want to
lead
say
you to
the
look
things
at
that
certain-
he's doing. It just look funny. The stage thing is wild, yo. There's a few little things that he did.
The
you know.
Instagram, yo, he called Billie Eilish said, yo, I'm turning 18, and he said, yo, I couldn't wait. Like I'm
Oh, that was
excited.
another miscalculation. Why would he mention? I know some people mentioned this is why he mentioned it, but the mentioning
Millie
it
Bobby
just was
Brown.
weird. Drake
Nobody
never,
brought
he
her
never
up.
mentioned that.
Nobody.
It was
That was a
weird.
Freudian slip. Oh,
Exactly.
and Millie Bobby Brown. I don't talk
And
to
even
her.
if it wasn't true, I think he just was he responded too fast.
so
He just felt like,
angry.
It was I called it PR bars. He spit PR bars.
Yeah, that's for sure.
bro, he
That's for
said,
sure.
He tried to step on his own.
No,
He tried,
yo, did you see the video? Well, you saw it because we all was on Twitter though when like us first dropped, and it was that weird video of the white dude that was like popping his hip show, and it was
Nah, they were super quick with this one.
yo, every homegirl I know, yo, they posted that multiple times. It's mad funny,
Hilarious.
yo.
It was hysterical. That's why.
So
It's a
y'all,
freaky ass nigga here, 69 God.
the internet
Freaky ass
was literally
nigga, yeah,
going
69
crazy
died.
with that
It's been a
track.
blaze.
Yo, that should have been a hook, yo.
I was jumping in
Honestly,
too.
that should have been the hook, yo.
I've been jumping in the whole
they-
time with
they
it,
not
though.
like us
just having
is
fun on
perfect,
both.
yo.
With
Any
both
of those
perfect
things
for
can be
that.
the hook, though.
It was-
Like,
Yeah,
you
that's
can
how
say
he
that-
like, yo, it's this easy. And I'm saying this egregious thing.
He could have named
about
it
you.
just the acronym "fan" though. That would have been tough.
Or
If
the
you'd have named
OVO,
the song
yo.
just "fan," that would have been tough, nigga.
That's funny as hell.
He
Yo.
went
Bro,
crazy. Really loved
literally,
that.
and then people, I
Nah, but
seen
he had to
people
make sure he
saying
let
like,
everybody not like us. Yo.
I seen
Yeah,
people
it was
saying
perfect.
like,
Outside.
oh, you
And I
can't listen
think
to this in the club.
If you look
'cause
at
of
the
lyrics,
title
but
of it, it looked like he blurred out "they." Was there any reason why he did
gotta
that?
look at it
I gotta go back and look that up again and make sure.
Maybe
I
he's
was
trying to
looking
be
I think it was
PC.
clever too, saying I see dead people in the beginning, because that's the start, like when the main part of the Sixth Sense.
But also, he also said, we said what, Joel, whatever the dude name is from the
Joel
joint, and then mixed with
Osteen and then
Osteen.
Holly
He's been
Joel
saying it.
Osment.
That was a bar in the other one. Yeah, you're right.
He
Yo,
mixed them up.
Damn,
on
I just said
purpose,
this
bro.
hit me. I just
Yo.
figured that out
You
now.
be finding stuff out every
Mike,
time you listen.
Mike,
I
this
swear,
is like
I
a
done
novel.
listened
Yo, Mike, this is
900
an
times.
EP. I want,
It's crazy.
what we gotta all do is
It is an EP. It
put it
really
together
is.
as an EP and just listen
And keep
to
listening. It's crazy if
And
you
it'll
listen in
link to
succession.
one another,
Yes.
yo.
Put like that first.
And
just
Drake,
listen
you
to
should
it.
have never disrespected Mother I Sober. That was on my top list of that year, yo.
And he
as
didn't
far
even
as
listen
songs.
to it, bro.
But that song is great, yo.
He didn't even listen to it.
I don't even
For
think most
somebody
rappers
so
can make a song
calculated,
that
he
deep.
did not
And
do
then people
his
was like, he
homework,
did-
bro.
That's how you
Making
could tell he
fun
was
of the
brashly
victims.
just thinking on
you
moving. He
can't-
wasn't thinking.
You can't laugh
He probably was
at
like, I'm gonna pick the
victims.
song with like the beat that people don't like the
After
most.
somebody called you pesto.
Bro,
It was
he
toned
said,
down.
"I'm not a pesto, but haha, you got Lester mode."
Yeah.
That's
come on,
not.
bro.
That's not the bar that you think it is. Nobody heard that
No.
and was like, "Yeah." Everybody.
Yeah,
me
Drake.
And my
Some
girl,
of them was. Some of the Drake fans are delusional.
Yeah, the Drake fans was
They
definitely
was. Yeah, Drake,
like,
that was one of the
eating it up,
ones, bro.
pause.
Mac Main. You see Mac Main?
They was getting on him,
Bro,
quick.
go
Flame
home,
broiling
bro.
Mac Main online, bro. What is you talking about?
You
We
don't
remember
even
what
go
you
here,
said about
bro.
Miley, bro. We remember what you said
That was
about
him,
that.
too?
Yes,
Mac
that was
Missile?
Mac Main. Mac Main said
said
that
the
about
line
Miley
about the
Cyrus,
midge,
bro,
too.
at the
I don't
end
know.
of the joint. I'm not going to say the bar again
Yo,
because
this
we on
super
YouTube.
freaked out out here.
He's a
Yo.
freak. He's a freaky ass.
Freaky ass niggas need to stay their ass inside. Yo, you gotta say it with Visceral too, like
Yeah.
Kendrick.
So
Stay
are we
inside,
all
bro.
in agreement that Kendrick, at this point, if it ends right here and nobody else responds, are we Kendrick won unanimous decision?
Kendrick won, yo.
What's all right? Yeah, Kendrick won. Definitely.
Let me say this though, because I'm not one of these.
the Drake shit was hard though.
I'm not like a Stanley. I told you, I lean Kendrick because of certain subject matter, but I appreciate everything that Drake
Big
has
fan
done for
of
the most
both
part.
of them.
Y'all
I
know
will
I'm
say-
completely unbiased. I probably do hate Drake a little bit though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that's, you remember, yo? I used to have a Visceral until like 2 years ago. Like, so people used to hate me.
What I
so
will say is
This
this.
is probably why I think this is
The
hilarious.
last song spitting wise, whether I agree with everything or not, I even think it sounded just sound wise and flow wise, it sounded good. So what I will say is, I thought every song was really good. This is why this is going down.
It was great for
that's the thing.
Even though I think
battle.
Drake lost, I thought all his songs were good.
And
the AI one was a little
slap
weird
he put
for me,
out,
but I
the
thought they
last
were all
slap
good.
he put out before this one was hard.
That's why
it's
I
just
was
Kendrick
saying.
just stomped all over
Family
it.
Matters was hard.
Going
Yeah,
back
I'm
That
like,
was
bro,
mad
this is
hard.
a hit.
Yeah.
You could make a project of like them going back and forth, and that is like amazing. It's like a book. You feel me?
I think
It's wild.
I think it's total of 5 songs apiece.
Yeah.
This is what clears it out. What's the name start? It's these 3 songs, and this is why it's over. Like That, it started everything. It was
Number
the
one
charge.
hit.
It was the I want the fade because I know you're going to want to respond, and I know how thirsty you've been for the beef. He said he's been waiting 10 years for it.
Right.
That's why one of the things I wanted to say was this is why your parents tell you early, be careful what you wish for. Just being honest, like because when you're so thirsty for something or waiting for something too much, things can happen like this. But anyway,
Yeah.
that's the one. Euphoria and Not Like Us. To me, those 3 songs for 3 separate moments. That's what cleared this whole thing out.
Absolute stranglehold.
He
Yo,
was
he
never
let up. Yo.
All of those songs had him playing defense at some point, from the beginning, middle, and end. He had his little moments. I don't say little. He had his moments in between, but he was always playing defense when he thought he was going to be on
Kendrick
the
said some hurtful things, bro.
He did.
I know because like you could tell Drake is an ego guy, bro. Like
I
know he
like
hurt
I
his
said on the
feelings,
last
bro.
episode. His
Call that
I know he
nigga
hurt your
jabroni,
I'm
bro.
not overly clowning, but he is a sensitive dude.
When the last time
I mean,
you heard jabroni? Did he
Jabroni's
bring that back
hilarious,
yet?
yo.
The
He
Rock
brought
bring that
back
back yet?
the jabroni.
I
think the last-
I haven't heard of Rock
reference.
use he might have.
He need to bring Jabroni back, yo.
I think the bars
Hot
that
brought
really
it
hurt
back,
his
bro.
feelings though was when he talked about his confusion, yo, as far as identity, like in
It
that last
definitely
verse.
hurt some, yo.
I know that hurt because that's like the deep rooted, like how what you was
That's
dealing
American
with as a
shit,
child,
though.
and that just like is when you grow up and
That's the
they-
thing
that's
that
still
caused
you
him
now.
this battle, yo. He cared.
Yeah.
He cares too much about what people think.
That's why he has a
Kendrick-
BBL.
Yeah, you to get surgery.
Oh, it wasn't.
I'm serious though.
Hold
It's
on,
a
I'm gonna
therapy
get to that
Got
in a
the
session.
second.
lipo
It's a
joint,
therapy
yo.
session.
No, let's right.
It's a therapy
Yo,
session though.
did you know?
Nobody even
I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna separate. I'm gonna separate.
BBL.
No, I'm gonna separate.
Yo, the V12
Let me
bar
finish
from the
this
first
part right here. So this is another reason. I'm gonna cap this right here. This is another reason why he lost on a lot of fronts because people go, "Oh, I like this. I like that." When it comes to the masses, like the people who won't just give it up, give it to Kendrick. It's like it's not about your echo chamber. The people as a whole, man, the majority, I will say, are saying he won. They're dancing. They have it like they stop. They calling them Obi Ho, like bro, like he lost.
That's a
If you look
direct
at the numbers-
shit
It's because of
on
that
your
bar
own
when he said
label.
the L stand for the bird and the bird.
Yeah,
That hurt a lot of feelings.
OVO stand for other
Other vaginal
other
option.
vaginal option.
And then he said
bro.
pussy.
So
It's like this nigga crazy.
I think that was also a way to jab him because
Yes,
he's been
it
with
was.
21.
Yo, he's a
Crazy. But here's the thing. 4 of his songs are charting top 6 right now.
Yep.
Crazy.
None of
2
Drake
of
shit.
them are 1 and 2, I think. Or I think, well, the way the numbers are, I think that one random song by the dude that's popping right now is the number 2 officially on
Yeah, it's
Billboard.
like 1,
I think
3,
Kendrick
4,
might be
and
number 1.
5.
But how the tracks were released in a weird period. So next week, Kendrick could have 1 and 2. Either way, I think one of those songs is gonna be number 1.
Yo.
The number 1 song in the country being a diss track, not a I'm spraying up the block or I'm rapping a song,
But
and
a
I'm
legit,
throwing
I hate
subs.
your guts
I don't know if
diss
a
track.
diss track has ever been number 1 in the history.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think this will be a
This
first
the
time.
greast diss track of all time.
But
People
since
don't realize
all,
one
all
day.
his songs, for the
evident.
most part, are probably going to be at least 2 of them are going to be charting higher than Drake. So when they talk about the numbers, specifically for this, not career wise, specifically for this, even though Kendrick had a when Damn came out, he got Drake that year on the numbers across the board and everything. But this year, in this battle, he outcharted him, he outsmarted him, he outarted him. He did his thing. But I want to get to the subtle. Oh my god, what you want to say on that?
I keep saying it, yo. Like they not like us. Is like that is gonna get
an
played
anthem
30
for
years from now,
It's
bro.
different, bro.
That's a hit
Because
because he
Summer
chose
Bop.
the beat. He has the catchy parts
It's a
that the people are
forever
gonna
bop.
sing that don't care about rapping, and he rapped his ass off. It's
And
like,
he
bro, I
made it
covered all
relevant to the
bases.
situation.
I covered all bases.
What's so crazy about it is even when you because at some point they'll probably get away from the pesto stuff and take it out. when you take that out,
It's still a great song.
they're gonna be able to, even in the clubs when they just play like 30 seconds of a track, they're gonna run to the day night like us, day night like you don't even need Drake, yo.
We don't need it.
They literally could
It's
do
gonna
like the
apply to
end part of
anybody.
Euphoria.
When
into
anybody
that
come
song,
through and try to
it's
do
like,
this and then that, they can apply that. They're going to apply that to anybody.
Have to.
It's that crazy, yo.
They need to make a dance move to it. Kids,
They
get
going
to work,
yo.
bro.
If he comes out with a music video,
They already working
it's already
on a line
checkmate, yo.
dance
It's gonna
for
be
it, bro.
a slam. The
I
piece
want-
on the table check. It's
He's
bad.
gonna.
I want
when
women
he
to make
goes
a
out
funny
on tour,
dance, yo, to the freaky ass
Everybody
nigga here,
has-
69 God. Freaky ass nigga here, 69 God.
Turning, I say, oh.
That's because they didn't know he was that
man.
freaky,
They
yo.
know
They thought he
he-
just liked to sing for no reason.
When the
So-
beloved's turn is that's
I
when
saw
it gets
shorties
different.
like, yo.
That's because you
when
know
it was
they
just on
don't
YouTube,
rock with that freaky
Hell
stuff.
They was
Yeah,
like,
you
can they
can't-
put this on streaming ASAP?
ass
I said,
nigga,
oh.
You can't get too freaky with
Yeah,
it
the-
nowadays, bro.
Yeah, the pesto sauce is not allowed, bro.
But let
No
me get
pesto
to this
dressing.
real quick because you were alluding to it, yo. It's not an official track, but Metro and the Metro deserved to do it because he did the whole shut up and make some drums. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
He was like, okay,
That
I'll make some
BBL
drums.
Drizzy, it's not gonna chart. It's not gonna. It just
Drizzy.
made the
They
challenge.
gonna-
They
that-
still gonna make it a song.
It's gonna be a song that come out
That
with.
song is
It's gonna be a
hard,
song that
yo.
come out with
Now,
Future,
he gave credit to the
Kendrick,
dude
The
that did the
Weeknd.
joint originally.
Okay.
The original. I heard it before this though.
Okay. I
I heard it. I
hadn't
think
heard
after Ross had said something, so it was like in the middle, maybe
Oh, yeah,
after
Rick Ross
Euphoria,
gotta be on the
whatever.
BBL
The
Drizzy,
dude
too.
had made the joint. Now he took it, chopped it, and did some work to it. But yo, he sped it up or whatever. That BBL Drizzy, it was the joint. You
What?
know the
That's
Shaq
how you-
meme
that's how you know
where he
Drake
sang
has
his
to
heart
be-
out?
Yeah.
Somebody had put that with the
Yo, the
I feel
BBL
like-
Drizzy is
I feel like for
hilarious
this
every
much
time
people
I
that
hear
hate
it.
you, Drake has to be like Jafar or something off of like Aladdin. Yo, he got to be like the ultimate
People
evil
going
dude
so
behind
in
closed
depth
doors.
and they show it like
Bro,
how-
everybody hates you. How, yo? It had you. Sometimes it's got to be
because
a you
he's
problem
a
eventually.
dirt ball, yo.
Well,
like it's
well,
evident.
one,
It
I do
seems
believe
like
he's done a lot of shicey stuff, and two, when you've been at the top like that, it's just gonna breed the hate. It's natural. You can be the greatest.
He's
That's
knocked
true,
a lot
too.
of
That's
people
true, too.
down to
So
get
it's a-
where he's at.
It's a
yo.
tumble. It's a like that. The crown is heavy. Kendrick said the crown is heavy.
But like, think
No,
about
no.
how many people
But that's
Drake
why
has had
NW
to
Melly.
step on to get where he's at. Like, how many people has he gone to, used up whatever moment they had, took it?
I was
and
just
then
thinking about
He did
Hollywood.
that shit to,
I mean, not Hollywood.
to
Block
to
Boy
Block
JB.
Boy JB, bro.
Where the hell is Block Boy
He
JB
hopped
at
on
now?
the Look Alive remix,
That's so fucking.
jumped over to the next thing.
What I will say is, even if you some of the stuff, it's like, all right. So what I will say is this: I'm gonna try to, because I don't want to just.
It's like he on the Oregon
What
the
I
train.
will say is
Migos are
this.
the only people who have
Trying to
survived the
pillage the
Drake
culture.
cosign.
But
When you in a moment, there is a responsibility of you to maximize that moment as well. It's give and take. Sometimes you can have more taken from you, sometimes you can't. When Drake hopped on that joint with Migos, and a song that a lot of us, unless you Atlanta, they was jumping. But a lot of songs that if you didn't hear that, you didn't know. When Drake jumped on it, it made it a national joint, which went international.
Fetty Wap.
It was on that team and them to push and do their job to make sure they maximize the moment, and they did. And now they're one of the greatest hip hop groups of all time. So it's one of those things where it's real tricky. You can get siphoned completely, and if you don't make the right moves, sometimes you can get completely shaft. So, like for instance, you know, it's a moment that's
McConan,
worse.
man, rest
He didn't collaborate
Drum.
with Drum.
What about Drum?
He just swagged
He
was
did
fucked
that.
up,
drum
bro.
dirty, bro.
That's a
Because I like the
moment
Cha Cha
that's
was
different.
better than
I still like
Hotline Bling.
I still like.
I
Cha-Cha,
like
man.
Hotline Bling,
I
but
like
Cha
Bling
Cha
was a hit,
is better.
though.
He
Cha-Cha
stepped on
in
drum
the
so
Latin
bad.
What? And that's not even on anything. I can't find that nowhere.
I think
Because
I
he
have it
stepped
my-
on.
in
He
my
made
DSPs.
that man change.
It's on
his
your
game,
DSPs
bro.
now?
If it's-
I
maybe
gotta
it's
go
gone.
look. I
This
gotta
is
go
why- This is
look.
why I don't like streaming.
I was
'Cause
tight.
It definitely was on there.
I was tight.
I'm gonna check after. You gonna make me
You
mad.
gotta go.
Yo.
And
Yo.
then that
I
pitch
got
got
ways to
shut
put
down,
stuff
so
on
you
there now.
can't even
They don't
listen
even-
to
You gotta
the
go to
We all-
YouTube and listen to that joint.
Yeah, no, you can just down. You just download. You just screen it, convert it.
Like
Drake-
people will hate on you for being at the top, but if you solid, that solidness will outweigh the hate. Like literally, look at Kendrick.
Yeah.
Kendrick has been at the top for a very long time in people's eyes, but he's never had no dirt on his name.
Drake
and
is
if
still
you
winning.
solid,
I mean,
then
well, what's the name of his bro?
not
said
no.
Drake
All
can
right,
still win this?
not this battle, but he could still not be not a superstar, bro. Like
What I will say this.
All he gotta do is get the female rappers with him, yo. Sexy
doesn't
Red
take-
and
He
love
gotta-
him.
He gotta disappear.
This takes
for a
nothing
little
away
while.
from
I don't think
him.
he has
He
to
hit
get
us
like
with
that.
one more of them. I
I
still
do
got
think
some
he
love
has
deep
to
inside of
just a
me.
little-
He gotta sit down.
Just hide from
He
me.
can
You gotta go make a hit.
He
I
can
told you,
go
you just gotta go get
hit.
Tim, somebody like that.
We
You
don't
gotta
want
go
to
get
see
the-
no.
it's-
Yo, that Sexy Red
Instagram
song
We're
hard.
gonna
like
learn a lot
comments.
from who works with
Hands
Mac.
on your
Valid.
knees.
That's what we're gonna learn a lot from who
That
works
is
with
valid.
Because all of this has been happening in between his projects, like all these people flipping on him.
If
So
you
we're
don't
gonna
see
learn so
40
much.
producing on the new album, it's like, what was 40 doing? Why wasn't he? You know, was he the mole?
Did he
Was
do
he the
any-
Zordon laying in the bed of crystals? Like, you don't
Yo,
know.
call that
Drake,
man.
you shouldn't.
The Zordon
No.
meme of that man was ridiculous.
Bro,
crazy.
I almost cried laughing when I
It's
seen
so
that,
much
bro.
nefarious things happening on Twitter, bro. Like the mixture of the two ethnicities in one name, yo, that guy came up with.
Oh,
I'm
right,
not-
that was
yo,
crazy. Yeah, we
I
gonna
can't
learn
even
about
say
I'm
it.
gonna say that.
Crazy,
Yikes.
That's hilarious.
That made me
crazy.
laugh for like 15 minutes.
I'm sorry, that joint stuck about.
Yeah.
That's not even an official diss track. That
It's
might
so
be in
tough,
the top
bro.
5 of all the diss
Bro,
tracks.
I heard people dissing Drake in French and Japanese. Like, he had people worldwide. Like,
They
yo,
got people playing that freaky outside. Like
Yeah.
I've seen mad parties.
Bro, they
playing
had
that
a
joint.
video with Michael Jackson dancing over that joint, bro.
They trying to say it was like smaller clubs and stuff like that.
No, I seen all types of.
I seen it everywhere, yo.
I heard people bumping.
I seen them in the big clubs, the small clubs.
I seen the gangsters walking in the street to it.
I heard
all
people
saw that.
bumping
Come on.
Euphoria
Clearly
at Foundry
somebody-
Row on they in they
Somebody
cars,
in Drake's
bro.
camp
Like,
is bumping that.
Nah,
That's
that
why
was-
he's liking it.
Drake said he wanted to bump it.
He's bumping.
If you didn't say he was the freak, he would have bumped it.
Yeah, yo. He
Damn.
could have said anybody was
bro,
was
that's
freaky
like being
except
a
me.
basketball player with your own shoe, telling another nigga, like, yo, I wanted to rock your shoes, but I couldn't, you know, but I would have.
Because you dumped on me, yo.
Yeah, you
That's what
dunked
it was.
on
He
me.
said
I
you
wanted
dunked
to
on
try
me, so
them
I can't
ants,
put
them
those
Adidas
J's
joints.
That was a
out.
really nice alley oop you did back there, man.
Nah, bro, we at war. You
Yeah.
can't come and be like, I'm not like. Now he puts the ball in Kendrick's court, but it's like you look corny if you keep going at him after he said he don't want to fight no more.
The wildest part, he said he wanted him to drop, even all the way up to Fanny Mountains, drop, right? And then at the end, I know you're gonna have 10 more like this is yo. Like,
Oh, because he said I got 10 more clips. Like,
Yeah.
bro, he.
nah, they said he had an extendo.
Oh, yo
like,
said 1, 2, 3, 4,
I
5.
heard
plus
7
five.
people from
yeah,
LA
bro.
said yo, and somebody, a couple other people. I know.
He was
but they was like, yo,
prepared to
he's
just-
locked and loaded, yo. Like he had 30,000 angles. It was like 36 chambers, yo. Like,
Bro, you know, like when you applying for jobs online and you just modify it
No,
slightly.
don't tell me.
you feel me?
Completely off topic.
Oh, I was gonna say, don't tell me another track.
Kendrick
No.
You're stressing me, yo. That's how type of weekend.
Completely
it
off
was.
topic, yo.
I was like,
your,
it's a Kendrick
your
track.
boys won that. DiVincenzo hit the clutch three.
Mixtape.
We're gonna get
Right.
back to that real briefly after this.
yeah.
So I want to stop right here. All right, this is a perfect part to stop it. Everything we've heard, it's been great over the last month and a half, nearly 2 months, something like that range, right? I think we all agree all their songs are good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
last one we kind of, I think that's probably the
I
lesser
don't
of
need
all
to
of
hear
them
that
to all of
last
us.
song ever.
What's your favorite song? Or what's your top 2?
Euphoria
All of it,
and
everything.
y'all not like us.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Because
Nah, it was the like us and meet the what is it? Meet the
Grams.
Meet the Grams. That was because it was very personal. You like I like MC8. I like all the dark
The
old
setup.
LA stuff.
I like how it's
Like
set
it
up.
sounds like
Beats,
something like where
everything.
somebody
That was
went
the
I
most
might
evil.
slide
Like, it
out.
was crazy.
Saw it.
You lied.
The
Yo, when he was
aggressive
doing
side,
it sounded like a horror movie at one
Yeah,
point.
it might
in
be
that
the
joint, yo.
most
That was
evil
crazy.
song that
Artist,
we've
yo.
heard in a
The
while.
lie
Say,
joint was
what was
wild.
it that you called it? Like, cause we was the only ones in that MC8 bag, like the super vintage West
So
Coast.
it was- but it was
They
more
used
of
to
an
have
East Coast
beats
version
kinda
of it
like
because
that,
it was
like
the
an East Coast
Alchemist.
version, but it was like very dark.
It was like no
very-
Vaseline
yeah.
meets ether.
No, it's
type
like a lot of MC8 stuff. Like I say, like what I call it, West Coast funeral music.
Yeah, that's exactly.
They didn't have the organs.
Like,
they
you
didn't
just
have
really
the organs
riding
in it. The
around
West
ready to
Coast
slide
don't
on
It had that feel
somebody.
though. I see
It
what
sound
you're
like those songs. We sound like something that would
sound
be
like
a
a horror
soundtrack.
saying. Is that
movie.
on
Would be a
DSP?
soundtrack to
I don't
Yes.
Yeah,
That
it
is?
now.
I
Bro.
didn't find it.
That
Bro, it's
is-
doing numbers,
it's
too.
evil.
It is.
bro.
No, it's got millions of views.
I'm
It's
about to put it
on
my list.
YouTube. It's like last time I saw it was like 16 million views.
It's
Something
amazing. I like it.
Bro, the fact like you're not about to talk to my kid and my dad
Well, I was
and
gonna
my
say-
mom and then me, bro. Like
West Coast, I was gonna say West Coast funeral, like that funeral music. I said that was an eerie time, like the '90s, early like But it sound like stuff that would be a soundtrack for like Tales from the Hood or something.
Yeah.
That's how it be sound. He knew it. The artistry, the
for the culture,
I don't
bro.
want
He's
what they call
for the
it,
culture,
the glazed
bro.
word, all of that. But I'm just gotta give respect to it, a battle and
he went crazy.
It's
understand
real,
it.
beautiful
bro.
battle.
It's real.
My two would be
And they not like us is like he just wrote that. That was hot out the microwave.
I can tell he had probably the last.
Not even the oven.
No, because he threw in.
It was all microwave.
Damn,
It was
I'm trying
all
to
like,
know.
he was like, yo.
I think he had
It
a
was like-
premise
He
in
had
the
a
beat.
premise because
He had a premise in the beat, but he put a lot of them bars in
Some
there.
new stuff
Yeah.
in there.
He
The whole
added
slavery
some-
Probably
part
just made
too.
it. They not like us.
He added
They
some
not- 'cause
very
it's easy
relevant
to build
stuff to
around
it. Yeah, he had like the hook and everything.
Euphoria. That song is. I think
It's
Euphoria still might be
amazing.
my
I
favorite
can't stop
song.
listening
It's
to
an
it.
That's probably the
amazing
best
song.
of the whole
Yeah.
joint.
It's amazing.
It's crazy because Drake did the 3 flips joint. The 3 and that song is hard. I'm gonna be honest. That's probably my between that and Meet the Grunt. That's probably I'm gonna give Drake. I think that might be my third favorite. That song is really hard. I'm not gonna play that song. That joint was hard, and he was shooting at mad people. I gotta give him respect for shooting at mad people. It was, and then he
about
came
Drake's
back to
song?
Kenny at the end. Yeah,
I didn't.
Oh, the Shut Up and
Family
Make
Matters
Some
is hard.
Drums?
Family Matters was hard.
The Shut Up and Make Some Drums.
No,
Oh,
Family
wow.
Matters.
Family
Oh, this
Matters
joint that was
hard.
recent. Yeah, that was
I'm
hard.
not gonna sit
With
here
the
and
video,
say it was
yeah.
hard.
But bro, like you can't. To me, if me and you at war, I don't care what you got, how you feel about whoever. You could deal with them later.
No,
like,
I
he
agree
should
with
have had
that.
straight energy for Kenny.
I'm
Like
talking about
Kenny
it.
was all on him.
I'm talking about
Pause.
just outside of. Yes, a beef has to be involved with it too, but just take it for song value. That
It's a
joint was
great.
hard.
It's a great song. Yeah,
But I
I'm
will
not
say
even
the
gonna
reason
lie.
Euphoria would be over that is because he did the 3-beat flip, the 3-beat flip joint.
He did it
but it
first.
wasn't like it was completely. Maybe the first one wasn't 3 different ones. It was a crescendo that gradually. It was really the whole joint like an art.
He got
project.
angrier
was
throughout the whole
the beat
song.
dragged through. It wasn't. It was like it progressively changed. Drake's joint was 3 different beats.
Yeah.
It wasn't even as artsy as it was with the disses. But the song was hard. But I'm gonna go. Euphoria is probably my favorite joint out of all of them. I think that one is going to age. Other than what's the name being an anthem, I think just song wise, the joint is going to age better.
Euphoria is
and
the
at
best
the end of the
song
week,
to me.
this might still be. I think that might be the #1 song in the country.
Yeah,
I
It
think.
probably
about
will
to
be.
say.
The song is
Euphoria is
crazy,
ridiculous.
So
It's ridiculous.
salute. Hey, listen, man.
Somebody's gonna
As
come out with a
long
dance
as
challenge to
it
it.
all stayed on quote unquote wax. There may be some ruffling. There's a lot that happened.
It's
I
hurt
think, I think
feelings,
nobody
but-
needs to bump into each other for a while.
That's
A
a fact.
long time. Like it you can't like.
Is it legal to fight in Canada?
I ain't even talking. Whatever can
That's
happen.
fine.
They just
I
need to
don't
stay
think
away
they
from each
fighting
other.
at
Not in
this
his
point.
neighborhood, yo.
Like Canada,
That's a
they got
funny
some
ass
parts. A
question.
few
Oh,
parts.
yeah?
Like the Toronto area, it can get a little hairy.
That's why I said I
I
just
think I
don't
looked
wanna
up
hear
the
from Drake
murders
for right
like
now.
for the whole country.
You
to-
gotta understand, Canada is very large and
okay.
it's not that dense. So that's
okay.
why But they not like
Crody?
LA. They
Called that man
They
Crody.
don't want none of that stuff.
Yeah,
But,
we don't want none of that.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying,
If it
don't
just stay on wax,
try to
salute to
promote that if
everybody.
that's not what you from.
This was hard. As long as nobody catch no charge. And I mean, listen. If a charge get caught because you a freaky, then
Yeah,
did a-
you deserve to
you
be in
did-
prison,
you
bro.
did a
Let's be
service,
honest.
man.
You can call it what you want. If it's rat, then that was
If it's
service,
true, you
so,
gotta hold that, bro.
Yeah.
But
gotta
this is
stay inside.
fantastic. They gave us Kendrick and Cole never gave us a joint album. They gave us Kendrick and Drake gave us a joint album.
Low
In a
key,
way,
they did,
Hating
bro.
on
That
each
was
other.
different, yo.
Wow.
It's 10 songs, yo. This is a full album's worth of stuff we could play for so long.
I remember they was drawing
Salute
up
to
the
them,
fake.
man.
And I ain't gonna lie, yo, it was bad. He shouldn't have said it, but the Free the Slaves bar, I got what he was trying to do.
It was hilarious.
It just wasn't good
It was
timing.
perfect.
yo.
It was unreal.
It wasn't
timing
good
by
timing.
Kendrick.
Right
Because
joke,
of the bars
wrong
that led
joke,
into it, it's like, oh, I get what he's trying.
Euphoria
I'm like, bro,
was
you probably
up
shouldn't do
there,
that.
bro. Euphoria was already on
But
the board.
that leads far and further into the delusion.
You rap like
The
you trying to-
delusion and the ego. It's like, bro, you not
That's
even
the cultural
realizing like
thing.
you.
Kendrick said
would
you not-
do
Yeah,
that?
like, bro, you not even. That's delusion.
You
Let's-
not
no,
tapped in.
no, it's not even. It's
a cultural.
You just don't
Like you
understand.
said,
He
'cause
doesn't get it.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
not
not from
from
it.
there.
You would, Mike.
Somebody
you
would
would
have
never
told him like,
say
nah,
that
you can't say
bar.
that right there.
You
A
would
black
say,
person would never
maybe
say,
you
"Oh,
trying to
you trying to
be,
free, you trying to better black people." How dare you?
No, I don't want to
Like,
disrespect
who
no
says
groups, but
that?
you would flip it another way if you want to be disrespectful without making that reference.
Yeah.
Like, and also, I think I don't want to throw the barbs. I don't want to. There was a reference by by that artist who has that clan that was like with the Harriet. It was the freedom. It was a lot of like that camp, and then some people be like, she's not really from her lineage isn't from America. It's
Caribbean.
so y'all don't be. I'm just saying, man. Like it's cultural things. He hit him with the cultural stuff.
He was
That's
very
what won the
tone
joint
deaf
for him.
Slapped
on
him
a lot.
around,
That's
bro.
the biggest
He slapped that
issue
man
he
around.
had. He
Wild
thought
body
that
shots, uppercuts, haymakers.
He was an actor on Degrassi, bro, in Canada.
He blitzed him. He all out
He
blitzed
blitzed him.
him.
He definitely blitzed him. Drake wasn't expecting the rapid fire, and he wasn't expecting an anthem.
he's used to
The anthem
being
was
in
the slap.
control of the situation, and he lost control halfway. He
Completely.
felt like he was in control when he dropped the 2. Then he thought after Euphoria, he was like, "Oh, I got something for him." And then he lost control right there when Kendrick came right back and then doubled down on him. He literally was like,
Kendrick dropped.
there was nothing he could do at that point. Like he had
Take the
already.
high road.
Kendrick dropped
the
4
only thing I
diss
can do.
tracks in 4 days or
That
five,
is an
5 days.
unheard of level of
Yeah, it
hatred.
was a lot.
bro.
That's wild. We've never seen anything like that.
Did
We've
you
never
see
seen.
that?
We may never see it
I
again
need
with
you
that
to-
level of quality.
How much would it be to like press up a shirt? I've seen somebody made it where they had him in the room with all the anime haters, and they had Kendrick in there with all the greatest anime haters. I need
Bro, they
that
had
shirt.
Ken Pachi on
I
there.
need
They
that
had
shirt.
Everybody,
Yo.
yo.
That shirt is
Madara.
amazing. I
And
would
he was just in
definitely
the
pay for
front,
that.
like,
I would definitely pay for that shirt. Though. That
yo,
would
it
be
ain't
an
about
incredible
money.
shirt.
It's always about love and hate. And let me tell you, I'm the biggest hate. Like, bro, that.
Let me end it
Yeah,
with this.
Euphoria is stupid, bro. It's the best song ever, yo.
Get no swag from Yachty. I don't give a fuck about you.
Freaky ass niggas stay inside, yo.
Yo, he was been dressed like swag Yachty lately, but that's a whole other story. man.
Yazzie tries
That's
to
just
steal
weird to
the
bite a
swag.
young bull swag.
Y'all want to get into y'all other music, man? Because
Nah, we
can
good.
do
We
swag.
on an hour and
I ain't really
five.
have too much else.
I know y'all loves that 4 bats.
Oh,
The only thing
The
I really
four
wanted to
bats.
bring up with that
Yeah,
was
like-
from that video that I think you sent that. Who sent that video of him singing?
Oh, me.
Zay sent.
Is he one of
Fellas,
them I can't sing
fellas.
in real life?
No.
All right, so if he still is lip syncing or Milli Vanilli and an AI,
Yeah, he million.
is the album?
definitely
See, I didn't get to the album
No,
yet. Is it?
real.
Is it?
You
is
Made
it
Me a
pass
Star.
regardless? Because the album.
I haven't
You
listened.
Made Me a Star is an amazing album. We not gonna do that, yo, because of the Drake and the
I'm
Kendrick.
asking
Like,
you.
this joint is
If it's
fire.
still, if he's still AI, is you gonna leave nothing to slide because it's hard.
I'm gonna be upset that AI is that well crafted.
I
I'll
would
be
ask-
honest with you. Like,
It
I'm gonna be
does sound
mad.
like a TikTok. It sounds like the TikTok vibe. Like,
Nah,
My
bro.
question more
I'm
is
telling
for
you,
the
he got a
people-
song that sound like Bobby Brown on there, bro. It's prom music on there,
but that's
yo.
what they are into, yo. The generation on there.
No, it ain't like that. It's that you say you love me.
No, I heard it, but it sounds like that could be over a TikTok video.
That's the
Like
thing.
the people who weren't alive for that love that aesthetic.
I think
I
you
don't
like the
know,
way it
yo.
sounds, but are you paying money to go see him
I'm
live?
not going to see him, bro.
Some of these songs are classics. if
Why
he's
would you
not
pay
AI.
money
Mike,
to go see him
answer the
live if it's
question.
going to be the same
Are you
fucking
paying
song?
to go see him live?
If he's not AI, I
It's
would
got to
pay to
be
see it.
theatrics. It's got to be some kind of theatrics that's going to bring
No,
people
well,
to the
no,
shows.
auto tune and stuff because most people can't sing. That's fine.
I'm
but
not
as long as
saying
he's
that
writing the
everybody
songs
is
and
singing at like, but the nigga really looked like he. That's what he looked like. If they'd have hit, if any
Yeah.
power went out, it wouldn't have been no
All right,
words.
all right.
He'd have been on his
Pause.
ass.
It's gonna be
He's been
pause.
out
It's,
there.
it's pause worthy because it's all of us. But after this, I'm gonna play one song and y'all gonna be like, "This joint is
But
fire."
what I'm saying is, are you gonna pay to go see him? Because what does it matter if
Right.
nobody's gonna go pay to see him?
I listen.
Might be able to
the
run it up off
album, bro.
streams.
Like I like.
You're not
the-
gonna make that
I
much money
like
off the
it,
streams
but
like
it's
that.
like
Definitely not
it
an artist who's
feels.
not big time already.
You make money
feels
off
like
shows.
forced, low key.
Yeah, that's how the artist.
It's
make money.
amazing.
It's
It feels
100%
like-
forced.
It was
Where the
rushed.
AI
It's
thing
like
is
they
coming in
showed
at.
him. They was like, "Yo,
Nah,
this
it
is
was
the
rushed.
vibe
I
that
feel like he a young dude and they just was like, "Yo, we just gonna boost you into the spotlight."
He
It was
is
like,
not
this
anybody.
This is the vibe.
It's like,
that
this is what
90s
we
kids
saying.
like.
His voice is generated.
I don't know, but it sounds a little.
That video.
And,
allegedly-
I heard him talk
one
regularly,
thing
he
to,
didn't sound like
to go into what you said with his voice being completely fake singing is, it's a part where he's talking on there as him, and he sounds nothing like how he sings, bro. He has like a southern deep voice, like yeah, man.
I just need to
You
hear.
made
it.
me
I'm
a
looking
star.
forward to the
You made
album.
me
I know y'all
da-da-da-da.
said
I'm
y'all
like,
listened to it.
bro,
I didn't get to.
I haven't listened to it all. Of it.
it's amazing.
I didn't get to it. It was so much
Mike
happening,
listened
and I
to
was
it.
doing so much
Amazing,
stuff.
bro.
So I listened to it. Like, granted, I was cleaning up. I didn't like sit with it,
Sit with it,
but
bro.
it
You
sounded
didn't throw
like
Anita Baker on?
it's because I was your bro. First of all,
Yo had a ski mask on cleaning the
Alexa,
crib.
yo, Alexa. Let me tell you, Alexa
Shiesty
is
is
messy,
crazy,
bro.
bro.
I had
The
Alexa
vacuum
play.
with the ski mask.
Bro, I had Alexa play Euphoria, and then she played push-ups right after, and then she went back to like it was playing them. But anyway, I was listening to it, and I like it, but it sounds like somebody literally was like, "Yo, this is what '90s babies like." sing your croony, aesthetic over this type of beat and it'll be a hit. And it just it didn't feel like he came from that and that's what he was raised on. And he's like, let me do homage to it. It was like, I know this is what is going to pop and do numbers. And then you can't blame somebody for doing that, but it didn't feel like organic. It didn't feel like a Lucky Day. It didn't feel like a Smino.
It's sustainable.
It's sustainable. Because I feel like that album
At
is
some
way
point-
better than Party Next Door joint that just came out last
At
week.
some
or 2
point,
weeks
we're
ago.
not gonna-
It's been so much.
I listened. And I listened hard.
Party been playing with his nose, man.
Oh, I don't know that. I can't.
Allegedly.
That's what
Allegedly.
That's what
Dot
Kendrick
said.
said.
Dot-
Yeah.
Dot-
No,
Yeah,
but
that wasn't me. That was Kendrick.
this, I'm telling y'all, I've already sent some songs to people that didn't believe. Because I sent it to my one homegirl. And she like, I thought this was like some thug rap stuff. Like, I didn't know this is nice. Like, I'm like, bro. Because he got the shiesty on with like his boys on the block, and it's all like lover boy tracks, bro.
What ends up happening is a live show has to happen.
And they don't have the
It's
stage
not
presence to,
sustainable, bro. Like,
yeah.
unless he just willing to just take the streaming money.
But they say Brent Faiyaz don't have the most amazing stage presence, and he's a
at
megastar,
some
bro.
point,
But it's.
them shows going.
I don't-
I
it's
will see
gonna
Brent,
dry
but
up,
what I will
I
say
don't think
is,
so with Brent. As
I
long
don't
as he
think
dropped
Brent-
right.
I don't think
in
he's the greatest vocalist, but he's real. It's a real person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying.
his voice.
Listen, I don't want to bash on for best. I didn't listen to the album yet, so
It's
I don't want
amazing.
to bash.
I think
This from what
Brent's
I've heard, bro.
persona sells
I'm
like
not
half
paying
of
for
his
nothing
shit.
if it's not his real voice.
I'm
I don't know
gonna
that
keep it
yet.
a bean with
But if
y'all.
it's not his real voice, I can't pay for that money.
The R&B artist got to step it up this year, or he's gonna. Because the rap we've been getting so much is crazy.
Woo!
But R&B,
It's just
he in my
made. It
top
just
projects
turned
right
made.
now this year,
rap was
bro.
Crazy, so
You ain't like Sir?
Sir was crazy.
Sir,
Sir is
yeah.
crazy.
That
But
was
that's
bad.
a whole different vocal range. Like that's not
That's
like
what
that
I'm
guy's
saying.
like a
That's what I'm
sing
saying.
singer.
That's the real R&B that
That's
we
what I'm
need.
saying.
We don't need
He's a
the-
real sing singer.
We don't need the
I like Brent
microwave.
Faiyaz though. Sometimes I like the
Brent.
monotony guys.
Bro, I love.
that last
I
project-
really
Pause.
enjoy
That still-
Brent's
still get
music,
played.
but like
that last project.
his persona
I don't even know.
sells.
I didn't
I feel
catch
like
it.
his
I'll
persona
catch
is
it later.
half of his
Possibly
thing.
Crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like pause.
Had to get out there and block that defend that. Yeah, but that's all I ain't really had.
yeah.
Salute to the Knicks. I heard they won.
Yeah, man.
Salute the Knicks,
Your
man.
boy DiVincenzo allegedly hit a clutch 3 to close it out.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see this boy Ant shake off, bro. He really making history right now, dog.
Hey,
Like,
man.
Let me
This
just.
kid-
I want to
kid's
give
nice.
my Knicks some credit.
Oh, yeah,
real
go
quick,
ahead, go
though.
ahead.
I wanna
Give 'em
'cause
credibility.
A lot happened and this and that. Third, we got Embiid and I'm out of there.
yeah.
We were allegedly, which was the dumbest thing you heard. This is how I knew people wasn't watching basketball, even with Julius out. Allegedly, some people saying the worst number 2 seed. I say y'all are crazy. My man Jalen Brunson and the boys took out 2 All-Stars.
Nah, Jalen Brunson
Former
gotta
MVP
be. We gotta put major respect on his
current
name now.
MVP. Got him out of here, yo, within 6, and it should have been 5.
But
they
the way
missed free
Jalen Brunson
throws.
was playing was
They missed free throws, a crazy 4-point play with a missed travel, and basically a half-court 3 to go to overtime. They needed a miracle, a prayer, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost to win Game 5, yo. They got him out of there in 6. The Knicks gonna get Pacers out of here in 5. We're going to the Eastern Conference Finals.
That's a nice
Whatever
feeling,
happens
man.
shall
Never been,
happen
yo.
because we know Porzingis a little gimpy and not playing right now. Nobody really trusts Jalen Brown and Tatum like that.
I would love to see
When the
them
KG
lose,
said,
though.
I'm calling it early. Anything's possible! Knicks in 5, yo.
It'd be crazy. And the Clippers, PG.
You gotta still be a fan now?
Oh, yeah, I'm a fan.
Y'all
I'm a
ride
fan.
through
I'm
the
a
mud,
fan.
yo.
Wherever he
I ain't no
Jonathan in
freaky
New
ass
York.
nigga, though.
Respectfully, he's a good player, but I don't want him, yo.
Yo,
Get him
PG
out of here.
Too old
PG
and
to
he's-
New
and
York
he's
and
injury
KD
prone. I
back
don't
to
wanna
OKC.
Get
I'm
him outta
calling
here.
it right
I'm
now.
cool.
And we always gotta say rest in peace to
Rest
Big
in
Reese, man. We
peace.
got episode 308 Coach Class Pod.
Don't be fans, bro. Freaky ass niggas.
Stay inside.
Stay
man.
inside,
Stay
bro.
inside.